Oh, hello again, and welcome to another live with me, Ella. It is, I don't even know what day it is. Tuesday, Tuesday, the 11th of February, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's 3 days until the Valentine's Live. So really, really, really excited about that. Shell and I are definitely preparing to bring you 10 whole hours of live love readings, love guidance, everything. It's going to be a really good day. And until then, I have four more uh, readings to do for some peeps who got in touch. And let's see what's going on. Okay. Um, all right, so let's go ahead and get the timer going on here. I'm gonna just get started. Let's get started just because these are some really good stories today. All right, so first things first is Erin. Oh wait, no, hold on now. I'm all ready to get into it, but we're gonna cleanse the energy. Something going on here. Ooh, okay. Ooh, something's going on in the collective energy. So what's interesting is whenever I strike a tuning fork, I think I gave not a lecture but a brief explanation about when you strike the tuning and then so crystallized energies of unprocessed emotions. So right there when I was doing that, it was like somebody I'm reaching into has got some very crystallized energy that needs to be dissipated. Maybe it's one of the people that I'm going to read it for because I mean, problems be problemsing. Um, anyway, so welcome. And oh wait, I'm like, this is probably why I should do it live every day. And I'm going to get to the point where I can, but life be life. And you're going to be out here doing some other things. And then before you know it, it's like 10 o'clock. And who's trying to do a live at 10 o'clock when sleep is calling? So shuffled, shuffleation, shuffleation done. Oh, wait, hold on. No, let's ask the question. Jeez, you think I've never done this before? Okay, so we've shuffled, we've cleansed the energy. Let's start. Erin story. Erin goes, I recently gave birth to a baby after a one night stand, and I'm thinking of reaching out to the father. Her questions are: should I reach out to the father? Should I put him on child support? And or should I leave it alone? Woo, the team man came in. So let's have a look. Hi, Erin, and hi, everybody. So let's have a look. What's going on here with Erin's? Oh, congratulations on the baby. I mean, you might have to pay the baby tax. We want to see some. We want to see some pictures. Oh, okay. So yes, congratulations on the baby. It seems to me that if you were to connect with the father, it having been a one night stand, um, it I just the energy signature that I get is that he's not, and I hate to say this in the husband, he's not thinking about you. He's got a lot of other things going on, and I feel like he's really focused on getting his money. And I feel like especially if you reach out to him, I don't know how old the baby is, how old, what's going on, because as we all know, just had a baby could be, oh, I just gave birth to a baby. So that means a baby will be what, 3 years old, 3, 4, 5 years old. I feel as though if you reach out to him, you need to be very willing to stand up for yourself because I feel like he's not going to make it easy for you. Like you haven't seen each other in at least 9 months, and so you're reaching out to him and be like, "Look, I have your baby, And so immediately he's also going to think, oh, so you want money as well. So the answer to the question, should I reach out to the father? I feel like if you did reach out to the father, whew, all right, so my throat is, you're going to have to, like, I feel like he's going to shut you down. And so you're going to have to stand up for yourself and be like, no, this is your kid. And you're going to have to stand firm with all of the obstacles that you're going to go through. I mean, you may know that he was the only guy you slept with, so he's the only guy who could have gotten you pregnant, but he doesn't know that. Or maybe he does, but even if he does, he's not going to be like, "Oh, open arms. Come bring me my baby." However, I do feel that once you've gone through all of those obstacles to get the DNA test done, to what have you, he is going to be open to it. I just feel like initially you're gonna catch him off guard, and we all know how beautiful the experience of catching someone off guard. That's me being sarcastic. So, should I reach out to him? I don't see a yes or no. It's just that what you have to expect, you can expect when you reach out to him. It's not going to be open arms. And so, should I put him on child support? Oh, okay. So now I have questions just because of something I'm picking up here. When you had the one night stand with him, was he single? Like, I mean, what were the circumstances around you having the one night stand? Because it feels so. I get the feeling that he would initially not be very happy about it because you're. I get the image that there's a hierarchical order to your bed. So this man may have other children and other women that he's paying child support to. So that could explain why you connecting with him right now might be met with resistance because it's like, oh, geez, another child I have to pay for. Um, but so, all right, so let's see. I feel like there was a real connection with you guys when you met as well, like not just sexual, but an emotional one. But then I do feel like at some point when this is all sorted out, you've got the DNA test done and all that fun stuff, he is going to be accepting of the baby, and you guys are going to have a pretty balanced and well flowing, at the very least, co-parenting relationship. So I don't know whether it could be more than that, but it feels like very strong energy. All right, so should I put him on child support? I think that it does look like it could go that way. Um, I feel like you're really scared. So are you with him? Do you have feelings for him? 'Cause I feel like you're scared of telling this man because of also, I feel like there is a feeling of when he met you, you were just like this free, very sexy, and that's the version that he saw, and then you're feeling as though now coming back with a baby might, I don't know, it's taken away your power a little bit. But I keep getting these happy family feeling. So I don't know if it's going to be a really good co-parenting relationship, or maybe you guys are actually going to get together because it definitely feels like there was a vibe there. There was a real connection between you guys. Should I leave it alone? Oh, that's so interesting. My immediate should I leave it alone is no. Don't leave it alone. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. So I've just gotten I pulled a card. It's like I feel like you're going to meet someone. Okay, so that makes sense. Right, so once again, I have to say that when we do readings, we're getting a little bit of the story at a time. So at the beginning of the reading, we're going to be picking up on certain information. So, like I keep saying, I'm picking up on the information of like a happy family, a happy family. But at the same time, remember, I was like, okay, initially he was not going to feel quite right. It seems to me as though somebody new is come into your life, a nice little surprise. So that's might be where you end up having this happy family with a kid and all of those situations, uh, kind of coming full circle. So, but I still do feel like he's going to accept his child at some point, and he is going to pay child support. So I do feel like, should I leave it alone for that? It's like, no, I feel like he, in this situation, I think it's a good idea that he knows about his child because um he does seem like a pretty responsible guy who will take care of his responsibilities. So oh no, that's a nice beginning to the reading. Um all right, so let's see what else we can get. I feel like there is a I feel like there is a an aspect of you that is not kind of over him, and you might need to do some work on that. Let's see. Get your emotions under control with him. It feels like, gosh, it feels like there's a, yeah, you're still holding on to to the aspect of you that you were when you guys had the one night stand. But one thing you have to remember, you have changed. Your priorities have changed. For goodness sake, you haven't been with this in touch with this man for at least 9 months. So I feel like you need to do some work on how you're feeling in the fact that, okay, I'm not the sexy, juicy, single seductress that I was when he met me. No, you're not. You're now a sexy, beautiful, brought a child into the world woman who has a different priority. And that may not be sexy to him, but it sure is sexy to whoever is coming to your life and is gonna wife you up. So, girl, oh yes, you. This is such a nice read. Um, but okay. Yes, I think that maybe just take the time to deal with your feelings. I feel like maybe don't leave it alone and reach out to him and let him know about his oh, apparently my sound cuts out from time to time. Okay. Oh, okay. So can you hear me okay now? For some reason I had it on mute. So I'm surprised you actually heard anything I said. Um, so the general gist of it. Oh wow! So you couldn't hear me before. Well, you know what? This lives be living. Okay, so I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. um, so yeah, I think that for right now, Miss Erin, you would, but it would cut out from. Okay, perfect. Thank you for letting me know that because I would have gone the whole way still on mute. How did I miss it? It's sitting right in front of me. But you know when you're not looking at something. Um, all right. So yeah, so Erin, I think that you do need to reach out to the child's father at some point, and I don't feel like it would be a bad idea to put him on child support. But I also feel like maybe not now. I feel like right now you need to deal with your feelings for him and deal with what you're feeling about the situation, and then reach out to him because I feel like you're going to have to be strong. And right now you're a bit too vulnerable. And so if he was to reject you, you would take it personally rather than if he was to reject you when you're stronger and more present and more yourself, you would be like, no, you helped me make this child, you helped me raise this child, you helped me financially support this child. But I think that right now, if he was to ask you certain questions, you would just break down into tears and stuff like that. So I feel like maybe hold off before getting in touch with him. But I don't feel like it's a bad idea were you to get in touch with him. So, well, that's a nice start to the readings. Keep up the good work. Tappity tap tap. Hi, guys. Oh, that's so nice to hear from you. Oh, this is lovely. People are talking to me. I've mostly been doing this by myself. And, sometimes you feel like you're kind of crazy. I mean, I spend a lot of time by myself. So I will speak aloud. I should not be admitting that. But anyway, I am. So, when you talk out loud to yourself. So this is normal for me to talk out loud by myself. So the fact that I'm getting engagement, it's like, oh yay, I'm not alone, not by myself. Anyway, so we're done with that one for Erin. I hope that helped. And once again, congratulations on the little baby. And so we're going to move on, cleanse that energy. Okay, there was nothing in the air there again. All right, shuffly, shuffle, shuffle. Tappity tap tap. Tappity tap tap. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to put an alarm on this time because I can keep going and going and going forever. Give me the platform and I can talk for the Olympics. The Olympics doesn't want me right now, but I can do it if I needed to. Do you gonna listen while making lunch for the family? Okay, perfect. I love that. Thank you. Yay. All right, so I feel like, oh, now I need to bring my A game on because I'm performing. Not that I wasn't bringing my, okay, no, take the shoe out my mouth. Thank you for letting me know. So, all right, so secondly, we have Nancy. Oh, I like the light ones we have today. So Nancy, I have a crush at work and it's getting really intense and I can't stop thinking about him. Ooh. So her questions are, does he know I like him? How does he feel about me? And should I confess my feelings to him? Oh, I like this one. I like this one. We like crushes. We like crushes because crushes are fun, right? Especially as an adult when life can get really boring and work can get really boring. A crush will get you out of bed. You know, when you like have the type of job where every 2 hours, only 15 minutes have gone by and you're like, why am I doing this? And then the bills come and you're like, okay, yeah, that's it. So having a crush just changes the dynamics of the job because you have somewhere to go, you have something to do, you have someone to be seen by. It's just a fun energy. So already I'm kind of excited for you. All right, so I had a card come up. I don't do fly out cards. So question, let's see what we initially get about this crush. Oh. All right. So first question is, does he know I like him? I feel like he suspects you might like him. Oh, that's just interesting. It's interesting. Okay, so I feel like he might suspect that you like him. And I think he actually likes you back. But there is I don't know whether he's in a relationship or something else that he is connected to that could, if you guys were to get together, would not, oh gosh, it wouldn't move your relationship forward the way that you would think. So like so the ideal of any, like, okay, boy meets girl, girl meets boy, girl likes boy, boy likes girl. They talk about it, they get together, and there's a skipping off into the sunset, albeit temporarily. I feel girl would tell boy she likes him, find out that boy likes girl back, but the relationship can't move forward. There's something stopping it. And so does he know I like him? I feel like he suspects something just because of maybe the way you move when you're around him, and maybe he can hear your heartbeat as well. So it does feel like he likes you too. I feel like he has other things that are going on that would. Okay. How does he feel about me? I think he likes you. I think he likes you too, but he's got some things going on. Okay, yeah. He's got some things going on, but I feel like he's aware of you a lot. I get the sense of, I don't know if you have social media or like in the company group chat when I don't, there's a feeling of he watches you. He spends a lot of time familiarizing himself with You. I feel like he sees when you've had a haircut. He sees when this is just a bit intrusive, but he just kind of knows when you are in your time of the month because you're just a little bit bloated, or it's just, it seems like he's just super hyper aware of you. And that's probably why you're also feeling the intensity, because he's focused on you. So, you know what? I'm curious to see what it is that he might be dealing with that is maybe stopping you guys from moving forward, because I don't like the fact that there is this full stop. So, oh, is he in another relationship? Okay, let's see. I feel like he's in something else. Yeah, he's in something else. Um, but I don't feel like it's not an excuse, but I don't think he is happy in whatever relationship he's going into. And in fact, it might be, I don't know if he's going through a divorce, or there's something where he is financially responsible for someone that or a situation that is going to be the one that stops you guys from being together. There's also a feeling of like, I don't know if he's preparing to travel, either move somewhere else or travel somewhere else, but there is a feeling of, in the next few months at some point you guys are going to be physically distant from each other, and there's a feeling of dread, like that he won't be getting up and seeing you every morning. And I feel like you get this man out of bed as well as much as he gets you out of bed. This is so cute, but it's also so sad that it's not really going to go in the direction immediately anyway. Because if you were my friend, I would say, yes, talk to him, and then you need to call me. I don't care if I'm in a meeting. I don't care if I'm in a meeting. You have to call me and let me know how it goes. When is your first date or whatever? Yeah, that's it. So like, yeah, there's the travel card again, the card of movement. And it's like moving. My eyes get drawn to the bridge and home. So I don't know if he's home or whatever situation is far away, but it feels like he's going away. There's going to be some kind of physical distance towards you, for you guys, for whatever reason. But then also, oh, okay, yeah, he seems really very conflicted about it. Okay, what am I receiving here? Okay, so there's a feeling of, I don't know if he's leaving the job, but there is a sense of you guys are going to be physically distant. And in being physically distant, it feels like he is contemplating telling you what he feels. At the same time, there seems to still not be, even if he was to tell you how he feels, there's no guarantee that you guys are going to have something immediately happen after you both confess your feelings to each other. I don't even feel like there's going to be that one night of passion to like see him off. It's going to be just like, I really like you, but we can't move forward. And then just disappointment and internal conflict. Disappointment and like internal conflict. I wish I could sit down and talk to the both of you and see what's going on, because it started off with so much promise, a crush, that gets you out of bed in the morning. All right, so it feels like we all like when the hanged man comes along, because you have to shift. For me, that card represents shifting your perspective, like taking a 180-degree perspective of the situation. So right now it's like, okay, we can't be together. I like this guy, he likes me, but we can't be together. But then maybe you need to shift the perspective. What does that mean? Shifting the perspective to what? Oh, okay. Um, Yeah, I don't think you're the only one. Not the only one. So this might need to just basically stay a crush, and as a fun thing that's happening at work. That's the feeling I'm getting, that it's essentially just going to stay a crush. So your questions are, does he know I like him? I feel like he does know you like him. How does he feel like about me? I feel like he has a crush and some level of feelings about you as well, but that doesn't. And then, should I confess my feelings to him? It feels as though if you confess your feelings for him, it's not going to be the response that you're expecting, which is, skipping off together and having a good time. I don't feel like that's going to be what it is. So I mean, you can still, this is up to you ultimately. I just feel like in applying the feeling that I'm getting here is there's feelings that are on both sides that are mutual. You both have mutual feelings for each other, but the end result is not, at least for right now, the way that the current is moving right now is that it's not going to be the exciting beginning of something spectacular. This is not going to be the story that you tell at your engagement party, like if there's an engagement party. um yeah, I feel almost disappointed. um yeah, I don't feel it changing anytime soon. And also there's this, either this impending trip or this move that's happening where you guys are going to be physically distant. I feel like that might end, um that might just make things fizzle out. So like, maybe let's pull some cards on how it's going to end up. I just can't shake the feeling that there's there's more than just the two of you in this potential relationship. And because you are the one that's just come right now, you're not really going to win, because he's already tied to this other person and he's not yet willing to let go of it. Whatever's going on, I think that the tide to this other person will stop you guys from getting together, and he's not in a space to cut that out and be with you. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. That's it. That's what I have for you, Miss Nancy. Um, I hope that helps. Uh, I know it wasn't the answer that we were all hoping for, because I mean, oh gosh, yay. Um, sorry. All right. Um, let's go ahead and shuffle. Shuffle again. Let's get this card here. That energy. All right, so now we have Clark. The next story is Mr. Clark. Clark, I met a really good woman, but I didn't treat her very well, and she cut me off. Now I want her back. Sir. Sir. Okay, so but the good thing is we're hearing it with so Shell and I, in the 10-hour live stream that we're going to do in 3 days time on Valentine's Day, have a segment called the cheating bin. So whether you're the cheater or the cheatee, come talk to us, because I think that part, as much as we don't condone cheating and how detrimental it can be in the long term for all the people's minds, for all the people involved's mindsets, I, especially with the work that I do, like to know the other side of it. I need to know and I need to understand what makes and takes a person to a specific point where they're going to step out in their relationship, instead of ending it and then moving forward. Why are you going to, like, what are the dynamics and what is going on? But at the same time, we've just done this crush situation. So if the guy that she has a crush on is in another relationship where he's not happy, and then suddenly there's someone at work who like he's really interested in and brings out those feelings that his relationship doesn't bring out for him, then there is that inclination to go in that direction. But he's still, but in that situation of the crush, he has very strong boundaries, as in like, I like you, I'm going to enjoy the feelings that this gives me, but there's a boundary. I'm not going to do anything past just enjoying observing you in the office and everything that you have going on. But I'm not going to, I don't know if it's like not going to disrespect my relationship. I'm not going to step out on it. But in terms of, so this, what I'm trying to say is I met Clark says he met a really good woman, but he didn't treat her well. She cut him off, and now he wants back into her life. So this is nice to see. I'm very curious and interested in seeing this one because it's from the other side. Because too many times I'm giving readings to, I've been so good to him. Why is he not treating me in accordance to how well I've been treating him and all that I've been giving him? So let's see. And so many of the readings that I will get are, is my ex coming? Is he coming back? Like, are we going to try again? Is he or she going to be better this time? So and unfortunately, a lot of times when I do tune into that energy of the ex doesn't even see what they did wrong. They're like, okay, I just wanted to be single. I made it happen, without thinking of the mindset of the person and how they even handled, in a very undelicate way, the breakup. So to see someone already taking accountability in like, well, she was a good woman and I didn't treat her accordingly, and now I'm experiencing the consequences of my actions, already I have a higher level of respect. So I'm invested in this story now. That was a really long way of saying that. Sorry. All right, so let's see. Clark. Okay, so I sent some. Oh, I forgot to mention Clark's question. So Clark is, I met a really good woman, but I didn't treat her very well, and she cut me off. Now I want her back. His questions are: how can I get back in her good books? What can I do to make her accept my apology? How is she feeling about me at the moment? All right, so I guess I mistook accountability for manipulation, because immediately I switched the cards over, and I just feel like, sir, you are on the manipulation spectrum. And that there is, I I feel like you are genuinely remorseful about not treating her well because you see it, that you didn't do it. But I also feel like you had plenty of opportunities to change and do things differently, but you didn't. And now that your access has been cut off, you're feeling, so there's an aspect of the remorse you're feeling is more to do with you not having access, rather than you genuinely hurt this woman's feelings, rather than understanding how you got here and how she got there. So I feel like the first, how can I get back in her good books? I feel like the first part of that would be, stop trying to manipulate her. Stop trying to manipulate the situation. I think that at this particular point in time, you might need to come in the energy of, I'm sorry. Whether or not you accept my apology, I'm sorry. Because here's the thing, you can say a lot of words to someone, but if your actions are not in alignment with what you're saying, and if your energy is not in alignment with what you're saying, then someone who is in tune with themselves is not going to accept that. Because you can say, I'm sorry, but your actions are like, I need you to get over this now so I can get back in your good books. So even the way that you said it, which was, how can I get back into her good books? It's just, it still seems to be all about you. Do you really want her, or do you want her benefits and what she comes with? Because if you really wanted her, it would be more about, how can I actually show her I'm sorry, as opposed to like, how can I get back into her good books? This kind of reminds me of like dating apps. Dating apps, and my personal problem with them is that it's from the person's perspective who is out there doing the dating. So they put out a picture of themselves that they think is going to get them the most options. And then so then when you make a match with somebody, it's firing off questions to each other. It's almost like an interview. And we all know that when we're going to the interview, I'm there in the interview because I need to get this job. So essentially, the questions on a dating app is, I'm there because I need to get this date. So you're going to answer the questions of, okay, so what do you do? What do you like? What makes you happy? What kind of thing do you look for in a person? So you're going to answer those questions specifically from the perspective of, I need to get this date. So you're going to say what you need to say that makes you look the best. Whereas if you see somebody, you meet, this is why like a lot of kind of maybe even workplace relationships go down so much, is because you're in a curated space. You're not there just specifically to impress or be in a dating mindset. You get to see somebody in a, I guess, essentially natural habitat adjacent space, meaning their guards are down. The guards are down. They're doing what they're going to do. They're acting the way they need to act. So if this person who you've met on a dating site is somebody that goes to work and steals colleagues' foods, if you were working with them, you're going to see that. But they're not going to tell you that on the interview. They're going to they're going to present themselves as somebody who is very giving, is very whatever. And when you text them, they're going to text you right back. But seeing them in their space is, they're very selfish. Why are you going to steal someone else's lunch? Right? That sort of situation. So, oh gosh, I went into the woods now. I forgot what the whole point of that was. Anyway, all right, fine. So how do I get back into her good books? I do feel like you're genuinely okay. Well, there is a genuine remorse of not having her in your life, and you're scared about talking to her again. But I feel like, how do you get back into your good books? Her good books is, you need to work on this need to manipulate and control the situation. That's step number one. What can I do to make her accept my apology? First of all, you can't make her accept your apology. You just need to present her with a genuine apology, and then it's up to her to accept it or not. Just like it was up to her to accept your bad treatment or not. So at this point, you need to give her the space to see if she even wants you back in her life. Maybe she cut you off because someone came into her life who was treating her better than you. So I think first things first is, you need to become clear with yourself. Be clear. Swords cards of clarity. Be clear about whether you want her back or you just want her benefits. Because I'm sure there's another woman you can find out there who can give you the same benefits without requiring so much from you. I get the energy signature from her that is, if I'm going to give you the amount, as much as I'm giving you, I need a fair exchange of energy. And so I'm going to use the aspect of money. If you're giving somebody $1, and if somebody's giving you $1, you need to give them $1 equivalent. It may not be $1 in money, but it could be resources, it could be support, it could be, upliftment, whatever it is, a fair exchange of energy. It just feels like this was not a fair exchange of energy. So what can you do to make her accept your apology? Is just be genuine. It's just be genuinely to apologize. Maybe even just to clear your own karma, because she could accept your apology but still not let you back in her life. All right, how is she feeling about me at the moment? Whew. Okay, so it seems as though you brought a bit of a emotional circus into her life. So I get the feeling that you were just probably maybe too much drama, too much dramatics, and with the manipulation, that seems to fit the bill. So it just feels at this point right now that she feels like she's just there's like a oh, I don't have to deal with that right now. Um, so all right. Okay, so I first of all, I think that you need to do some work with you and your therapist as to why are you in the space of manipulation and trying to control, and why did you intentionally treat her badly, and how will you be different? That's another thing. It's like, if somebody's going to give you a second chance, how will you be different the next time? Because if she takes you back and you're still going to treat her badly, then you're going to cut off again. And we're going to have this conversation again in another 3 to 6 months, which I would rather not. I don't know. Uh, Still taking questions. I am taking questions, Sherry. But I need you to like email me your questions because I only do like 4 questions a day. So, but yeah, just email me. It here is the email. Let me put the info. So email me your questions and we can answer them tomorrow. But right now, I'm kind of full for today. So, yeah. So that's literally it, sir. Clark, I met a really good woman. I didn't treat her very well and she cut me off now. I want her back. How can I get back into her good books? You just need to be a good man. Stop trying to control and manipulate her. What can I do to make her accept my apology? Make your apology genuine. How does she feel about me? She feels like she needs to recover from the shenanigans and circusry that you brought into her life. That's, I guess, another thing is, are you trying to get back into her life to keep with the shenanigans? Or are you actually willing to get a relationship that is calm and progressive? All right, Mr. Clark, and good luck. Good luck. Good luck with that. So, all right, so let's go on ahead and get to the last question. You're welcome, Sherry. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. Um, all right, so next one. This is from Ian. My brother and I just lost our parents. My condolences. And both inherited their things, but I don't trust him. You don't trust your brother? Oh, okay. You don't trust your brother. So, Ian, my condolences, first of all, to you and your brother and your extended family members. That's got to be like hard. So, I mean, did you lose your parents? Yeah. Okay. So to be inheriting, it's got to be recently. Okay. Michael, I'm so sorry. Um, Time will be on tomorrow. Same time, 9. So, 9. Uh, Sherry, listen. Where's my mouse? My mouse goes away somewhere. 9 a.m. You know what? I'm gonna put ish. 9 a.m. ish. So around this time. So yeah, okay. Ian, my brother and I just lost our parents and both inherited things, but I don't trust him. So his questions are: is he trying to screw me over? Did our parents really say what my brother says they said he could have? And did my brother Ooh, okay. So did my brother have anything to do with their deaths? We do not need a glitch again. Um, okay, so I'm already feeling a lot of spirit energy. So, all right, I wonder if it's the parents coming through. All right, so is he trying to screw me over? Oh, wow. Okay, so All right, so I get a sense that not so much trying to screw you over, but that your brother uh Eastern time, no, Pacific, 9 a.m. Pacific time, that would be 12 p.m. Eastern time. Um yeah. So but I mean what I'll do is I'll also send you an email when I'm coming on. Sherry, this is to you. All right. So did okay, so initially the first thing that I get about you, Ian, is that your brother sees you as someone who was, first of all, he's grieving. Right now there is a very intense feeling of grief for both of you, that you're both grieving and you're dealing with the grief in different ways. And that's the thing about grief is you don't know how it's going to show up from person to person and from time to time. And okay, my throat went through. So I feel like you also have a contentious relationship between the both of you. You're welcome, my love. Speak to you later and look forward to doing your reading tomorrow. Okay, so didn't oh sorry. Okay. Yeah. Ian and your brother, you have a contentious relationship. I get the feeling that your brother thinks that you were the golden child, that you were given more from your family and that he got the raw end of the deal. However, I feel like he wasn't the golden child. I feel like you were the one that took and ran with the opportunities that you got, but he is the one that is looking for people to look after him. And so I feel like he's looking at you now, and I get the sense that you are financially stable. You are in a place where you're good, you're comfortable, and he's looking at that and seems to have be going off the narrative that you got everything handed to you and you got it easy, and he's had the hard life, he's had it rough, and why do you blah 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 blah. And so I don't feel like he's trying to screw you over by wanting more of the inheritance than you. I feel like he feels like he genuinely deserves it because you are already set, but he's not taking into consideration that your parents, from what I'm getting, is that so I'm getting an image of a home, and the home is literally being split in half. One's to go to you and one's to go to your brother. But your brother is wanting like your windows, your half of the couch, your whatever, because he sees that you already have yourself set, and that he's like, well, if you're already set, like just give me everything. So I don't feel like he's trying to screw you over, but that I do understand how it's coming across to you as though he's trying to screw you over. All right. Did our parents really say what my brother says they said he could have? Now I don't know what that is. And I'm afraid that I don't really see nuances, but I do read energy. Now, what I'm hearing in terms of the energetics of the spirit realm, your parents coming through is no. Did our parents really say what he said he could have? The answer is no. Um, there's a feeling of they worked hard to take care of both of their children, and both of their children right now are getting taken care of, and so it's just got to. Okay, so I get the sense that your brother is lying. There's a level of lying and trying to manipulate because, but why? But why? What is this? So for me, swords cards are cut the bullshit, be crystal clear, and it's a card of truth, like getting to the truth. This family dynamic and family situation just feels to me very it's deeper. It's going deeper than these three questions. And what's interesting is these two came out together, the King of Swords and I'm getting a oh god, that feeling of grief again. Um All right. So, did my brother have anything to do with the deaths? Jesus. All right. I'm not getting a yes or no answer on that. I'm getting that there's something that he did. I'm not saying like, okay, he did something to make sure that they died, but I feel like he contributed in a lot of the stressful. Okay, so okay, I'm feeling just a lot of stress. Even like, I don't know, your parents' spirit having come through. There's just a feeling of siding with you, siding with you, and that your brother just really caused a lot of stress, just a lot of stuff. Just like even the feeling that I'm getting right now, it's just like you're just constantly coming through and just doing too much. You're doing too much. It's too much. You you're just too much. You got to slow it down. Go away. Go away somewhere. Go do something. Go be productive. Go do something with your life, and stop just coming with your hand out and expectation and the entitlement and the wow. I knew some shit was deep in your family, but okay. So I might need to, before I start. Last week it was laughing on camera. This week it may be bawling on camera, and this is not it. But there's a feeling of parents being just heartbroken. What did he do? Like okay, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely sense the contention between you and your brother and the stress that he brings to the family. But to answer your questions, I need a whole tuning fork session after this because this is just heavy. This is just really, really, really. I want to cry. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Okay, so Ian asked, my brother and I just lost our parents and both inherited their things, but I don't trust him. Is he trying to screw me over? The feeling of he just feels like you already have more than he has, and he wants a share of yours. Did our parents really say what my brother says they said he could have? And for that, the feeling, the parents didn't come through and exactly say no, but just the feeling is there is lies and there is deceit on your brother's side. So you might want to go in and investigate that. And did my brother have anything to do with the deaths? I think that he contributed stressfully. Um, this is a lot, and this just I think I might have to have a private conversation with you because there's a lot I just don't feel like I want to say on camera. All right, so let's. I feel that you're good, and I do feel like maybe you might have to protect your assets against your brother because I feel like he's not gonna let it go. You're not gonna just be able to say no to him, and then he's gonna be like, okay, fine, I'll just take mine and go. I feel like he is a fighter. I feel like he's the type of person who you just have to back down from and back away from just to maintain your peace. He seems like somebody who is just almost takes a bit of pleasure in, okay, this might also explain the stress that he brings your parents. He takes pleasure in just needling, just thank you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Um, So I feel like you're just going to have to protect up and protect yourself, protect your mental health, protect your feelings, protect yourself. mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because your brother, who's it feels like he's already someone who is not particularly the most emotionally and otherwise stable. So throw grief into the mix, and you have someone who is further destabilized. So make sure that you take care of you. Just take care of you. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and so Ashi, hold on. Let me just clear this energy. I'm allergic to running, but I feel like I need to go run a marathon at this point. That's a lot of energy just come through. Run a marathon and then go to sleep. This is why I have some issues doing mediumship sometimes, because it's like I'm not prepared for it, but maybe I should prepare for it and stuff. So okay, so Arshi, for you is if you have any like questions and you want to get a reading that I would be doing here live, just please send me them to the email address, and then I will add you to empathy needed. I will add you to the roster for tomorrow. I'm online from around 9 a.m. ish, Pacific Standard Time, which is like California time. I'm in Las Vegas. So, but also a reminder that we're 3 days away. You're welcome. I look forward to talking to you. We are 3 days away from the live stream with myself and Shell over at the sister channel, The Psychic Clinic. We're going to be doing a 10-hour live stream from 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. London time. And that will be, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time, so my time from 7 a.m. I'm going to be online until 5 p.m. And during that, we're going to do like joint readings, live readings. So if you have any questions for that, just from both of us. So like this is me doing it by myself, but then we're going to be doing both of them. So if you have some really kind of some deep tea stuff, and you want two perspectives, join us on Friday. And if you have any questions that you do want answered on air, on Earth, it would help if it was on Earth. Sorry, I'm not thinking clearly. I'm still trying to come down from the clouds. I also feel like I need to just like completely ground myself. But yes, please join us on Friday for the live stream. I am super excited about it. And it's going to be all about love and just, fun stuff. And I'm going to have my partner in crime, and we're going to laugh, and we're going to have a little drinky boo and answer questions. And but until then, Friday, I will be back tomorrow around 9 a.m. ish Pacific time with, I guess, two people, Sherry and Archie. Looking forward to getting in your business. Is so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit these tuning forks again, because I just need to come back down to earth. And hopefully, you know what, when I started this live stream a bit earlier and I hit the tuning forks, so I was explaining that when there's energy that is unresolved. And thanks, my love, you have a wonderful day too, and I guess see you tomorrow. And I'll chat to you in a little bit. Energy, so when somebody goes through something really emotionally heavy and that energy is unprocessed, and especially if it's undealt with and just like put in a mental emotional box, it will show up. It will show up again and again and again in certain ways. And if you continue to not deal with it, it then crystallizes and almost comes up and shows up as a very kind of crystallized energy. So one of the reasons I love to use tuning forks is because it will find those areas of crystallized energy, and as you do the work on it, it will dissipate some of it and then start to move the energy around in in a tuned way. And so this morning when I came on and did the first tuning of energy, there was a lot of crystallized stuff that was around. So hopefully we've dealt with that. And but thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you. Have a great day. Also looking forward to getting in your business and having another live tomorrow. Have a wonderful, blessed day, everybody. Bye. See you tomorrow.